Welcome to another episode of African Talking Sports International Break Edition. Al, Ty, welcome, fellas.
Thank you.
We're
ready to get into the discussion for the night. I'm being like Trinko. Like what they've been knocking the table last week. They got Mbappe, they got Neymar, they got Messi, they got
What he thought? The PSG
yeah.
stuff like that.
No, just smacking the table when I listen to the podcast back.
PSG?
Yeah, when I listen back to the podcast, I heard him smacking it. I mean, I remember him doing it, but then it came through on the podcast back when he was
very loud. All right,
Yeah,
on
man.
this week episode, we got some quick reviews for the Premier League. We'll look at scores from the other teams, and then finally, well, in chapter 2, in part 2, we'll look at part 2, like Rambo show. In part 2, we're gonna look for we'll look at the Italian league, the perennial champions there, Juventus and Empoli. They had a really good game, a surprise, a shocker from that league. And then we'll look at the World Cup qualifying results from today from Africa, from our continent, and see who you guys expect to qualify, and just do a quick discussion. It's gonna be a really short show today, but
every time we say it'll be a really short show, we end up going long.
Well, we're not gonna talk Arsenal today, so it's gonna be short.
Okay.
Well, let's start with the Liverpool and Chelsea game. Liverpool were at home over the weekend. It was a much build-up match. I was looking forward to see that game, to gauge where, because I kind of know where Chelsea are, having seen them towards the end of last year, first 2 games of the season. Watch them, how everything went. I was kind of expecting, I was hoping it would be 11 versus 11 for the full game to gauge each team. But that didn't happen. We had a red card in the game, which I think was deserved. But it was still a really good game. Even with a man down, Liverpool had at least 2 good chances in the second half that they could have taken advantage of. One with Lukaku, and I forgot who else. Somebody had another one on the left-hand side. I don't remember who it was, but they had two chances. Something that another team from London they didn't manage to do with the man down. I thought, but at least Chelsea got the draw. It was a cool result for them. Did you watch the game? What was your take on that?
The Chelsea Liverpool game, it was a good game. Chelsea was playing well. I mean, the game, they were, in my opinion, I think they were sort of in the ascendancy. I didn't see much from Liverpool until that red card came in, the regime's red card. I'm thinking he got that red card because his hand, I know it was the ball. I think the ball hit his knee first.
His thigh.
His thigh before the hand, but I think his hand movement kind of is what got him in, because his hand kind of went forward a little bit. So it's almost like he swapped the ball away from going in. I mean,
not almost. That's what he did. What are you talking
That's
about?
not what he did.
That's exactly what he did.
That's not what he did.
He directed the ball from.
Let's not do that. That was not an intentional handball. The man lifted his tie up. Somebody lifted.
No.
Did you see where the ball hit?
Don't take off your Chelsea glasses for a
No,
minute.
did you see where the ball hit? The ball hit his tie.
Hold on, James. Let me.
Yeah, the boy. Don't even start. Don't do that, man. Don't even start that.
No, let I finish. We're gonna come back and you and me.
Because it seems I started something here. But no, I think because if you watch the play, Jerry, it was before the ball hit him, it was a very scrappy play in the box.
It was.
The ball was everywhere, and
it wasn't scrappy. It wasn't scrappy.
Alonso should have cleared that ball. Yeah.
Okay. Let me get me. I don't even know why we're reviewing this game. You're just
it's a good game.
It's trying to get my blood pressure back up from last week.
Well, I guess that's the whole idea, right? To bring the passion, trying to bring the passion out. But no, I mean, I just think it's a normal movement of a human being. You're lifting up your tie, your hand. But I think the flick, that is hard for you not to give the red card with that particular hand movement on the line, especially with the ball, it's not hitting any part of your body, but it's going inwards. And when you do your hand that way, regardless of what you're trying to do, intentional or not, 9 times out of 10, the ref will give a red card for that. It will be deemed a handball. And a goal, a denying of a goal scoring opportunity, because the ball was not like if it was going to direct towards his stomach or whatnot, but it's here. And if you flick the hand, that's a given unless you're very, very lucky. But I think after that, that's when Liverpool really started bombarding Chelsea, a whole lot into the game. But overall, I think Chelsea they stood their ground, in my opinion. I think you got to understand you're playing away from home. So that's an added advantage to Liverpool. So the fact that you actually score first and you went 10 men down, and the only score of the penalty, you got to, I mean, for me, that's a win for Chelsea. I think you guys should look at that and say and clap and heal your team, because you went 10 men down, they never score on you. No matter how they bombarded you guys, they never score. And even at that, you had little chances here and there too on goal. So for me, I think it's a win for Chelsea. But it's a point.
It's a point. It's a 0.1. I think it's a 0.1 for that. But as I was saying, I would like to see the game with 11 versus 11. Let's give it a tie.
Chelsea would have won. 11
we don't know that.
It would have ended. It would have.
We don't know that. What's his name? What's his name? Score a good goal. The same way
the game that they played earlier on in the year, was it in March this year, and you guys won a 1-0.
Yeah.
It would have ended.
Mason Mount
Chelsea dominated that game from start to finish.
Yeah, no, I don't remember.
I'm not even gonna go into this argument with the handball. I'm just gonna tell you guys. Do you remember they changed the handball rule in the EPL in 2016-17 season, right? They changed the handball going off your body when the ball goes off your body.
Yeah.
And it hits your hand. They changed that rule to take off double jeopardy. They said they won't penalize you twice. If they give the penalty, they'll give you a yellow card. They can give the penalty and kick you out. Go do the research. It was changed in 2016. So I mean, we're all over the place on Saturday. My thing is not even with the penalty. My thing is if you're gonna ref the game, that's why you guys saw me go off. If you're gonna ref the game consistently. Anthony Taylor, I'm not even being funny or trying to be special. Anthony Taylor, I mean the dude. You always think I'm bitter. The dude needs to be investigated. I don't care what anybody says. Anthony Taylor be putting money against Chelsea or something. It's not the first time. I'll be calm about this. I'm not even going to blow up. It's not the first time he's done this. He's done it on numerous occasions.
I remember that Arsenal and Chelsea final. He was the ref.
Anthony Taylor, when Saka stepped on Kovacic's foot, and Saka jumped inside the hole, and he gave Kovacic a red card. That's not the only one. Another one, we're playing Spurs. Chelsea was playing Spurs. The ball bounced in the penalty box. The goalie Gazzaniga, he was deputizing for Loris that day. The goalie jumped to kick the ball, missed the ball, kicked Alonso in his chest. Anthony Taylor called for a goal kick with no VR review. They had that somebody had to call him from upstairs and tell him to review this stuff. We're playing Man U. What's the guy name? Maguire, Fridge, stepped in Mitch's groin, like full-blown extension in Mitch's groin after a play in retaliation. No red card. Same game, Maguire put Aspie in a chokehold on a corner kick. I mean, it was a clear chokehold. Put him in a chokehold and drag him down to the floor. Anthony Taylor been doing this stuff to Chelsea for a very long time. In that game, if you notice, Liverpool did how did Fabinho did not acquire a yellow card in that whole game? You just see what Fabinho was playing. All he was there to do is just destroy, kick you. He had over like 12 fouls. One, they didn't get a yellow card. Salah, the ref blew the whistle against him. Salah grabbed the ball after the whistle and kicked the ball away. Descent, 0 yellow card. Okay, if you're gonna ref the game lenient, be consistent across the board. And then when he get that penalty for the red card, he ended up giving 2 more Chelsea players yellow card, 2 more defenders, central defenders, Aspie and Rudiger. Knowing how much pressure will put after you already took one person out of there. Tell me where that sensible referee decision. I'm not gonna go into the game a whole lot. That was That's a very brilliant performance from Chelsea. I was very satisfied with the result. I had no problems with, because when it went down that way, the way I saw the players' anger going, I thought they were going to lose their heads. I thought they were going to lose their heads and we're going to take a lot of goals. But I don't know what Thomas Tuchel told them in halftime. They kept their composure. The defensive display, even I can put my hands up and say that was the best I ever seen Jorginho play defense. I can always cuss him out for not playing defense and not sticking his foot in there, but the dude was excellent on the day defensively. Everybody,
that Ballon d'Or doing wonders, my man.
everybody played well. Even Lukaku did wonders for us as a hold-up man to take some of that pressure off. Because a lot of times when we clear the ball and boom it up, if you don't have a hold-up man up there, they'll just bring it back to you. Lukaku was like trapping it, holding it to let people come in, holding it to let people come in there, attacking things, and taking some of that steam and pressure off us. I want to see how things will be. I haven't heard anything yet about them rescinding the red card, or if they're doing appeal. The FA actually double charge us for Chelsea failing to control their players during that decision. They put a formal charge that we got to respond to. So it's just, I'm not even gonna go there. It was a good game. I'll take the point. Let's move on.
All right. I think though, going back to the record, I think the ball hit his leg, right? But I think he moved. I don't think he meant to do it. It's just a natural reaction, but he moved his hand to keep the ball out. It's not force. He didn't go full Suarez, but he did a little bit.
Suarez actually dived and smacked the ball. That was
full Suarez. Yeah, but it was an inadvertent reaction, like, you know.
And that rule change said, do not give for inadvertent actions. Give for deliberate action. Like somebody see the ball go in, actually stretch the hand and smack it down. Like that.
Maybe on that he could have been a little bit. Give the penalty, give the yellow card, and move on. You don't need to do both.
Let's move on, bro.
All right.
We
didn't even talk about the goal. What's his name? Goal was brilliant.
Havertz is a big game player.
From the first
corner,
post,
big game player.
From the first post, it was really good goal.
He's really good in the air.
He doesn't look like somebody who should be good in the air.
He's good in the air. He's really good.
That jump, and you have other taller players in defense that he was ahead, and where he was when he actually jumped to direct that ball back, you know, and beat the goalkeeper. That was his one.
He scored a couple of header goals last season. Good header goals with center backs on him, and he was out jumping them, actually putting enough strength on it to score like hard goals too. So he's decent in the air. He scored a lot of those goals in Leverkusen before he came to Chelsea.
All right, let's review some of the scores from the Premier League this weekend. We will start with Arsenal away to Manchester City, 5-0 with a red card.
Why don't we review this game?
At the end of the scores, I'll ask.
There was nothing again to review,
5-0 with a red card and an absolute shocker from Arsenal. We will give maybe a minute or two to vent if he wants to.
No. He said you're reviewing scores. We're not reviewing. We're not giving a minute to vent. Review the scores and let's keep it moving.
It was what it was. You know?
Newcastle was at home. They took a good lead and then they gave it away to Southampton. I thought they were going to win that game, but it ended 2-2. Everton beat Brighton away 2-0. West Ham and Palace, really good game.
Conor Gallagher.
I thought West Ham was going to beat Palace in this one, but Crystal Palace is, my boys are, they're doing small things.
How much did that game end in?
2-2.
Wasn't that score I called last week?
I didn't think they were going to score.
I said 2-2. I said 2-2.
I thought they were going to lose that one. Norwich lost at home to Leicester City. I didn't see that. Aston Villa and Brentford ended 1-1. Brentford getting points here and there now. I think they're on 5 points.
Norwich game, they were hard done by. They kind of let it slip. They played really well in that game.
Yeah, and then Burnley and Leeds 1-1. Spurs and Watford, another game that Watford really, they've been playing so well, but they're not getting any results from the games. Well, not Watford, I'm thinking Wolves.
Wolves, not Watford.
Yeah,
Wolves.
not Watford. I didn't see the Spurs game 1-0. Spurs at the top of the
Spurs been
table.
winning 1-0, 1-0, 1-0 the whole all 3 games.
And they're sitting on top of the table, right?
I said they're on top of the table. Yeah,
Yeah.
Three wins, 9 points. But you know that Spurs. They
took a picture of it because they were in first and y'all were in last. So they said they would take a picture and frame it, put it in the museum.
That's a trophy. That's a trophy for the year.
You know Spurs. Quick to document stuff.
Wolves and Man United, another game that was a really good game too. Wolves, man, when they start scoring goals, they'll be a good team. The coach, the new guy they got there, his name is also Nunes.
No, his name is Bruno Lage, Lage, I don't know how to pronounce it. Lage.
He got them playing some good stuff, some really good football.
He using Adam Traore good, but the dude decision making, man, is poor.
Yeah, but you know, against Man United, they really controlled. They were in total control of that match. I don't.
Do you think that was a red card foul that football play on the guy before the goal came?
I don't think it was. It
was studs up.
I think it was no. I think he was. It was kind of a Shaka thing, but not as...
I don't think so. I don't think it was a record. I thought it was a regular foul. Like this, a regular. You know, he was going to slide for the ball and he fouled the guy. I didn't think it was a yellow card, even a yellow card, because the way
they didn't even call it. They didn't even call it. I think in today's game is a foul, but 5-10 years ago that wouldn't have been a foul. I think it was I was fine with them letting they play goal. I don't think they did any. I don't think they were hard done by it.
I mean, that was the controversy around that game when it ended. That's what we're talking about.
The ref clearly told him to play on, and he didn't think it was a foul. So you have to defend. You can't switch off.
You giving credit to English refs? Okay.
Yeah. Well, but you know that was it in this weekend of the Premier League. As Spurs stopped after 3 games. West Ham second, United third. My beloved Arsenal at 20th with 9 goals conceded. You know, that's just the way it looks right now. No goals scored. But
no goals scored.
Wow. We haven't scored. We haven't scored a goal yet. But anyway, that's about it, man. That's the end of the first part of the show. When we come back, we'll do the Italian review of Juventus, and then we'll do the World Cup qualifying results and talk a little bit on what we expect to get from the continent. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second part of African Talking Sports. We're actually going to talk about Africa today, African football. But first, we'll do a quick review of the Italian league. Really just the top team in Italy. The normal top team, not last year's champions for Juventus. We had a shocking results where Empoli beat them. Really, really good game. Maybe the departure of Cristiano Ronaldo is having a psychological effect on the team. Their old coach, Massimo Allegri, is back. They play some really good stuff with Chiesa, Wonder Boy out there doing what he does best, dribbling, having multiple shots on target. But at the end, they got sucker punched by Empoli. Empoli defended in numbers. When they had the chances, they attacked, they won the counter, and they were able to score 1 goal. Szczesny tried to do his best. He made himself really wide, but couldn't do anything about it. And they lost at home at that rate, 1-0. And so not looking too good, man. Maybe they will come back. I mean, it's still early, but what do you guys think about the Italian league? Meanwhile, AC Milan 4-1 with your old boy doing with Giroud them and Bakayoko them doing their thing, and
Bakayoko didn't play. He didn't play.
Oh, okay. and Roma, yeah, Roma's been on fire, but I don't know who they play.
I told you. I said AC Milan, Roma, Lazio, Look out for them.
It's too early.
Okay, we're gonna see.
Too early. Too early. I'm looking at Napoli,
Napoli ain't gonna be in there, bro.
Juve, Inter, and
Inter will be down to.
we'll see. We'll see.
Inter missing that upfront firepower this season, man.
And they're missing Hakimi. And they're missing the coach.
That's another one too.
Who is the coach at Inter this year?
Simeone Inzaghi. I thought it was Filippo. I thought it was Filippo, but it's Simeone Inzaghi.
Yeah, I remember him as a player in the '98 World Cup.
It wasn't that good.
No, he wasn't that good, but
I think he wanted it back at her brother's name.
Yeah, and then their father apparently was their father a coach too? I don't know. It wasn't. I'm thinking about Maldini. I'm talking about Cesar Maldini. Your feet is freezing a little bit tight on my end. I don't know if it's just me.
He's not freezing. Everybody's fine to me.
I think it's your bandwidth. But it's okay. Let's keep it moving.
Cheap Comporian internet over here. Anyway, yeah, that was about it from Italy. And after what is it? I think they've only played 2 games over there so far.
2 games, and Roma's looking good too.
Yeah, Roma and
Jose actually playing attacking ball again. He went back in that bag. So
begin on fire, man.
I mean, he's a good player. Tommy just need confidence.
Over there, man.
Just need confidence. He would build up over there.
But Inter still won their first 2 games though. So the second,
okay.
Yeah, they Napoli and AC Milan, everybody looking like they up for it. But anyway, African nations, well, it's not African nations, because it's World Cup qualifiers in Africa. Let me read a couple of results. We have our beloved country, Liberia, lose today to Nigeria 2-0. I didn't watch the game, but I heard the goalkeeper was really, really bad. Everybody was talking about it. I saw the last friendly they played against Algeria, and he was terrible, but I heard he was flopping today.
He was terrible, and the whole Liberia that they can't find no goalie. Like there's no other goalie to come in competition or challenge.
He was terrible, but the defense was terrible too. So
you watched the game?
I watched.
Yeah, you watched some. They were watching it today, right? Al Shiki, Boko.
He has some save. As terrible as he was, he has some save, and it would have been even more. But he has some.
I didn't waste my time.
He has some save. Yeah,
I already knew. I've had enough disappointments with Lone Star, man. I'm not doing it to myself anymore.
Like Bro started a little bright though, but Nigeria didn't really do much with all their.
I mean, all those guys, did they play the full squad or just like the B team?
They did. I will be in all the play. They play. It just wasn't. They were not really special on the day, but when you bro play with a lot of local lads, that's the thing. I mean, there are a few guys that came from the far corner of the earth because some places they came from, I don't even know.
Hey man, professionals. Stop hating.
But most of the squad had largely local lads, so.
Remember when they used to be talking about semi-professionals in Liberia? Now I think about it. I don't know what that is.
Oh, who was maybe
if you were playing only in Africa, then you were semi-pro.
When you're playing in the local league, you're semi-professional.
I think it was semi-pro for some European teams too, like some third division. Some third division teams, third and maybe second. He's a go. He's semi-pro.
Semi-pro.
I remember that.
I now think what were they talking about semi-pro? I used to think anybody who played in Africa was a semi-pro. Where you play in Europe, then you pro. Anyway, we read some standout results. Senegal beat Togo 2-0. Mali beat Rwanda 1-0 on Wednesday.
I got a good team. I got a strong team.
Very, very good team. Libya beat Gabon despite everything that's happening in Libya. They beat Gabon 2-1. Egypt won Angola 1-0.
Did Aubameyang play?
I don't think so. None of those people were allowed to go.
They held them?
I don't think so.
Mende left though. Mende went. The only person that didn't go was Ziyech. Ziyech didn't go, but Mende went.
Maybe. You know what? Let me look and see. Aubameyang played. He got a yellow card.
Yeah.
So he played. Yeah, he already had COVID, so well, I mean,
But you were saying Libya played well, even though what was going on in the country. Remember Liberia during the war, the team was
yeah, we
still
used to
good
play in
though.
Ghana.
It used to be exciting.
Definitely better than these jokers here now.
I went to all the games in Ghana. No, but
Oh,
all three
really?
games they played on the stadium.
They
It
beat.
was Hearts of Oak Stadium in Accra.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Fun
Okay.
times.
So let me go through. Let me see another significant. Burkina Faso beat Niger 2-0. Algeria massacre Djibouti 8-0.
Everybody can beat Djibouti. Everybody.
Morocco won against Sudan 2-0. South Africa always disappointing 0-0 against Zimbabwe. Obviously, Nigeria.
But not always. You remember they had a really good team like
in the 90s, 96.
Yeah,
96 to
2000. Yeah,
Yeah.
2000. That's when
After
all
that,
those
it just kind of.
all those guys left. That team was
But it
strong.
doesn't make sense to me because their league is good, but
Yeah,
because the reason the league is good is not because of the South African byproduct, it's because of the byproduct of the surrounding nations. You see all those guys in one of the best goalkeeper in the South African league. He's not from South Africa. He's what's the team, man? Is it Angola? No, Uganda.
I don't watch.
I think he's from Uganda.
But still, even if you have players like the Premier League guys stars from all over the world because the league is good. They got one of the better leagues in Africa. It should raise the standards of the profile of the national team, though. A little bit. No, I mean,
but when you this is African football. When you got all these teams, some of these teams got money down there, they're buying all these players from all over the place. You got players from South America playing over there, and all over the players from North Africa, some players from Europe actually, playing over there. So when you see the teams that are actually winning the league every year, they got players from almost all over Africa and South America and some Europeans. So it's not, the balance is really not there. Like,
so you be watching South African league?
I'm doing my YouTube channel time.
Okay.
I did a lot of I spent a lot of time in the South African league and the structure of it, and you look at the teams that have been winning. Yeah, there's some South African players there, plenty, but these guys will bring these players from different places. This 1, 2, 3 players from here, there, and yonder. So, and then you have all these guys all around in Angola, Uganda, Zimbabwe. If you look at that Zimbabwe team, was it the last couple of nations? Zimbabwe really did well.
Mm-hmm.
Almost all the guys that were playing on that team, majority of them was playing in South African league, and they were
that should raise the profile. It doesn't, for me, it doesn't make sense. I don't know if it's poor management or what, but at one point, even when in the 90s and the early 2000s, I can't imagine that they had a lot of professionals playing abroad, but they had a stacked team. I mean, remember South Africa's national team.
What year?
Between 96 and 2002.
Wait, I mean, I have most of the people playing in the local leagues. Most of the
those
people,
guys used to be in the local South African league.
I mean, when after that South Africa 96, that's when most of them started going to Europe. That's when
Mark Fish.
Eric Tinkler went to Europe. Mark Fish came to England. He went to Europe. Who else went to Europe? What's the guy's name?
Benny McCarthy.
Benny McCarthy wasn't on that 96 team. He was younger.
He wasn't there.
But he came to Europe. He was younger.
Dr. Kumalo.
He also got a contract.
Yeah.
And
Shabalala. No, was it Shabalala or 2000?
Shabalala was 2010. Young player. I forgot the guy's name, man.
You know there was some Makalele on that team?
John Schumacher didn't.
Yeah,
John Schumacher didn't get a game. He didn't get a contract.
Yeah,
but I mean, a few I didn't got a contract. I'm forgetting the striker name. He actually passed away, but he was really good. Yeah, he was really good on that team. So that team was stacked. I actually used to enjoy them, man. I told you before about Eric Tinkler, man. One of the dude don't look like it, but he was one of the best defensive midfielders I've seen. It was underrated, but he was really, really good. Student of the game. Very, very smart dude. Yeah, man. I'll stop hating on South Africa. Your Liberia not any better.
Well, we are a country of 4 million people. We not
I mean, for
expecting.
many people, your country have been in the leagues and playing for
We
longer.
got
and
no,
more,
we don't
more
even have a
competitive.
good league. These people are like how many 48, 50 million people. They supposed to, they got the facilities, they got the league. You know, if we got any South African listeners, you need to come at us and let us know what happened in your country. But
Why are you picking fuss, man? Why are you picking fuss?
We'll go back to the scores. Cameroon beat Malawi 2-0 and Ghana, as expected,
Hold on one
beat
second, Jared.
Ethiopia
Tom, you
1-0.
talking about Masinga? Phil Masinga.
I remember.
Phil Masinga, that guy. That's him I'm talking about.
I distinctly remember.
He was really good. He was really good. He was like the more refined Rashidi Yakini. Like the more refined and skillful one. Yeah.
Was it Leeds?
Yeah, he was on Leeds. Like he basically paved the way for Lucas Radebe.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. They had a good team, and that team put up players afterwards to the put up Benny McCarthy, Lucas Radebe, Quentin Fortune.
Fortune was was a good utility player that
he even did well. He even did like decent enough when he came to in the few games he played with Man U. He did decent.
Oh, he's still long there. He's there at least 3-4 seasons, and he was either he's using as a center back, midfielder.
He's good. He's good.
Back.
And not even center back and midfielder. The dude was like this will be attacking midfielder. But using him all over.
Yeah, I remember that. Anyway,
Williams.
Yeah, Mark Williams was another one too. Was he
Mark Williams was like super sub, right? That's the dude who used to score all those last minute goals and all those exciting goals. He was good.
I mean, they had but I think Africa as a whole at the time they had some good, across the continent.
That's when a Cup of Nations used to be actually very good because they had each team had a star player or star players. I mean, not Nigeria, Ivory Coast was always later with like Egypt. They were always later with stars. Cameroon. Yeah,
Cameroon, Black Stars.
The Lions of Cameroon, my man. What's wrong with you?
No,
Black Stars is Ghana.
I think the Black Stars also used to have some.
Oh yeah, Ghana. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They had the stars, but everybody else had like one player, like Morocco had Mustafa Haji.
Oh, shoot.
Everybody had their own little star. It used to be fun. But Zambia had a good team before that unfortunate crash. And then it still came back with Kalusha team in '96 and still did well.
Yeah.
Cameroon was good at World Cups and used to have some real tough results, man. We squandered our World Cup away. We already talked about that story on here, so we're not even gonna go there. All right, let's go to the bottom.
But time will let you close out. We'll let you close out tonight. It's not much.
All right, y'all let me close out. After y'all let me. Anthony Taylor. It must be stopped. I'm not gonna get up my soapbox, man.
Hurt, man.
That dude must. I'm telling you. Yeah, I mean, I can't. You hear me yell out everywhere. You hear me yell out Mark Dean. You hear me yell out Mike Dean. You hear me yell out other people in the league. But Craig Paulson, that's another fool. But Anthony Taylor, the dude should not ref a Chelsea game anymore in his English career. If that game comes up. I know teams that did I put a petition and work for them. They have certain dudes don't ref the games.
Well, can I exclude Mark Dean from the Premier League as a whole?
Yeah, should ref the games. But let's wrap it up. We thank you guys for sticking with us. We'll be back next week. We will still be on the international break. We'll be back with more content for you. We didn't want to leave you guys like 2 weeks straight without content, so we decided to give you guys what's happening in the world of sports, in soccer, in the world of soccer, African and European. But we'll be back next week, same time, with more updates, and we'll actually probably do the predictions for the following week. We got some good games coming up, and that will shake up the different tables. But have a good night. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend for those of you who celebrated this side, and other folks just enjoy a regular weekend. We are out.